Hey guys, morning, afternoon, good evening. Depending on where where you're watching me from, Ayo is my name, and um, this is just a continuation of the back testing session that we started last week. That have been following my channel, you're gonna notice that we've been doing a kind of a back testing series on all Deriv assets, and yesterday we did V100 once S, but I forgot to record, and I've been getting a lot of stats and all with respect to this. So I'm doing these videos specifically for those that couldn't join yesterday, and then for the YouTube audience, I'm also doing this video so that you can see what we discussed yesterday. This is V100 1S. Is a daily time frame. Let me go to the monthly time frame. Get started. I would like you to just do me the favor of just tapping like button. Yeah, just tap the like button. That's always gets notifications. I mean the subscribe button, so you always get notifications whenever I upload new content. It will also help you to get connected to the channel. That's the like button. The subscribe button, you can also click the like button. At least you can take advantage. You can click on the like button, it becomes more visible for a lot of guys, a lot of people to take advantage of. So click the subscription button, click the like button. You can also do it to share with your friends and those that you know they need this content. Thank you very much. So let's dive in straight to what we have for today. So structurally, we can see that V100X is on a bullish trend, bearish trend. I mean, what do I mean by that? There's a low, there's a high, there's a low that broke this structure, this previous low, created another high, broke this previous low, created another high, broke this previous low, created another high, broke this previous low, created another high. Or if you want to look at the macro movement of what price is doing, low, high, low, high, maybe you take this whole place as a swing, low, high, low. So price is fighting between this range, this last low and this last this last high and this last low. Coming down to the weekly time frame, still the same thing. Still the same thing. High, low. There was a break of structure to the downside. If I convert this to a line chart, you guys, you're gonna see that price closed. This price closed below this. If there is a break of structure, meaning price is still interested to sell more. Price is still interested. So we may see V101X creating a bullish momentum down to this zone before giving us a new low that will break the structure. So that's that on what price is doing at the moment. But now let's go to the beginnings and see what this guy has been doing over time. So this is the high, this is the low, this is the high, this is equal low, high, equal low, high, low. Okay, let me use the line chart for visibility. So here is the last low. In fact, I've done it already. high, low, high. This guy wicked out this guy. So this is the new low, the new high, new high, the new low, the new high, the new low. There was a break of structure. Price broke structure here. And then price broke structure here. And then price came back to retest. To retest where price came back to test this imbalance. Taking my fibs from here to here, price came into 61.8, which happens to be the fill of this imbalance. This 61.8 level. That happens to be the fill of this imbalance created by the upward thrust. And the price came back to this and started seeing a bullish momentum, bullish momentum, bullish momentum. And what happened here? Price created the high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. So this happens to be the last structural point as far as we're concerned. So price created the high, ranged here. There was a break of structure, but there was no proper retest. However, notice that price was giving series of high lows, high lows, high lows, high lows, high. Price came back to retest this institutional candle. It's a very, very clear institutional candle. Why do I call it a very, very clear institutional candle? Price took out dynamic liquidity. Price took out this dynamic liquidity. Broke structure to the downside, came back to retest the institutional candle, and then price broke structure to the downside again. So this becomes our new structural point. And then price came back to test the breaker block. This is the breaker block. Those that have been following the video, you know what the breaker block is. So price came back to test the breaker block, and then price created a new low. Price created a new low, high, low, break of structure. Price came back to retest, created a new high, created a new low, created a new high, created a new low, created a new high, broke structure to the downside. So based on this momentum and this movement, this becomes the new structural point. And of course, price broke down, came back to retest, came back to this cube, and then broke structure to the downside again. Broke structure to the downside again, came back to 50.1, 50.00 levels, which happens to be an imbalance. If you look at this way, there is an imbalance here. Price came back to fill this imbalance. That's the imbalance. Price came back to fill this imbalance, played around that zone and created a new low. And of course, price created a new high and then came down again to create a new high. Broke structure downside, the upside, came back, retests, broke structure again, came back, created liquidity, created the equal highs, and price came to sweep out this to the and the liquidity here and came to retest this zone. Very, very neat and clear movement. And there we saw the bullish momentum again. So what happened there? High, low, high, break of structure, retest, break of structure, retest to the break structure, retest to this institutional candle, market broke structure to the downside again, came back to fill this imbalance, and then came back to fill this imbalance, and then we saw the bearish momentum, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Markets range there. There was a push to the upside as a break of structure. Market created a dynamic liquidity, came back to retest. I've said this several times that whenever price creates a pull like this, expect a retesting of either, and looking at this place alone, you can see that there's an imbalance here. And then this seasonal candle, so price came back, filled this imbalance, came back to this seasonal candle, created a new high, broke structure to the downside again, broke structure to the upside. So what happened here? Price did this thing here. Price did this thing here. And then created a new low, high, low, broke structure, the downside, yeah. And then price wicked out again out of this structure, out of this structure. So if you are here, you might have taken several losses, but of course, all these sweet moves would have, in a way, compensated for the losses that happened. And then there was a push up to the upside. So have a new trend, high, low, high, high, low, high, break of structure, next break of structure. Let's came back to retest this candle. Yes, there was a week out, but if we change this to a line chart, you see that price still closed in the structure. Move, price came here, we get a new low, we get a new high, we get a new low. It didn't do a proper retest, broke structure outside again, and price came back to fill this imbalance. So there was an imbalance that was left, price inefficiency was left here. Then price, when the price didn't come back to that go back, price broke structure to the downside again. And then we noticed that price came back to fill that imbalance. And then we began to see bearish momentum again, high, low, high, low, high, downside, upside, and then price reaction where the current price is at now. Don't forget the major buyers that we have for this guy. High, low, high, market range. Coming down to H1 now. What you will be expecting this guy to do is that to create a new low, or for price to bust out of the previous higher low to create a new high. This is the high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. We can call this high, low. So let's see if whatever happens here now, that means what this guy wants to do. The bullish trends, the bearish trend still continues. We don't know where this guy wants to stop, but we have a pure high here. We have a pure high here, imbalance. We have a supply demand here. We have an imbalance here. We have a snap candle here. So wherever this guy wishes to come back from, I would like to wait for each one break of structure before considering buy this guy. And of course, I wouldn't be looking out for sales because we have a bias for a buy already. So, and price won't tell you where it wants to turn back. Instead of just risking and wasting my time looking for sales, I will just be patient, conserve my energy, and then look for the buy. So that's all about VIX 100 1x. The backtesting session is tonight by God's grace. This night we'll be looking at other assets. Stay tuned, guys. Thank you for watching. Yes.